We might as well get started. Good evening, everybody. If we could all please stand for a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm looking for an approval of the meeting minutes. Any discussion about last month's meeting minutes at all?
I think we're in good shape with those.
Okay.
Make a motion.
Motion and a second to approve last month's meeting minutes.
No second.
Motion by Berg, second by Mr. Valentine. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Town clerk report.
Okay, I think everybody got one of my sheets that I made up, just so you know what we collected for taxes. Taxes are done, tax collection is done. Returned,
Everybody paid?
no, I wish everybody paid. Well, listen, the
92%.
town always gets their money. We send the unpaids up to the county, so, yeah, the supervisor got the check for, what we were supposed to get. I also gave the supervisor a check for $10,799. That was for the penalties collected and return check fees that were collected. April receipts totaled $935.40, with $814.94 going into the general fund. I don't have anything else.
Okay, thank you for that, Cindy. Assessor's not here tonight. I thought Dirk was gonna be here for highway and water, because the board was gonna ask him a couple of questions. He may show up, I'm not quite sure. If he does show up, we'll ask our questions, but, moving on to the Justice Court. Judge Christopher, did you wanna read over your stats, or did you want me to?
We had 120 vehicle and traffic cases, 20 penal law cases, 7 civil cases, and 1 sent to jail for incarceration.
Mike,
800
can you repeat all I got was the
Actually, you know what,
120.
Mike, you know what? Yeah, thank you.
off to the podium.
I didn't get how many criminal.
Right here.
I'll hand this to you.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
1 sent to jail for incarceration. We collected $827 in fines and $1,178 of surcharges. All paid to pay on credit card machine is now live, and we're able to take the fines and surcharges and bail. We can pay online. The only thing we're waiting, we get around to it, is making it available on our town website. There's a button you can click to change
Yeah.
over to that.
I had a problem with that, so I'm gonna wait and to see what Annette can do
Okay,
tomorrow.
yeah. They can, there's a guy we can call anyway, he can walk you through it. We'll have a secure mailbox for the payments outside the court door before the month is over. Today I got here, New York State Court sent us 2 new desktop PCs. We gotta destroy the old ones, cause they are end of life. 1 laptop, but I gotta return to them, and they're getting us 2 new monitors. We did not need any new printers. So I'll contact Bill Downey when the items are received and exchange them, and have him hook up all the new computers, and I'll have him take all the hard drives out, and so he can destroy them before I put them on the pile out there. These are some nice ones.
Thank you very much. Moving on to code enforcement, planning and zoning. Got a report from Chad. 2 building permits issued, 1 for a co-location cell tower, 1 for a deck. 10 building inspections, 1 C of O for a generator. Tenant and gave board members input about the pilot program for solar energy systems in New York State. Town board would like the planning board to revisit and rewrite draft solar energy systems local law. No ZBA meetings for the month of May. No applications for the month of May for planning board. They did hold a workshop on May 6th for the solar energy systems, and the next workshop is going to be tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Okay. County Legislator, John Fitzak.
Just some dates for you. The 31st of May, we're doing our paint collection event. It's gonna be up at Medina GCC. We're doing it with Niagara County. So just kind of split the difference and set it over. If anyone wants to go, just have a call planning to get an appointment or register or whatever.
I did put that on our Facebook page too.
It's on our
so-
website too.
Okay, June 17th, we're doing a land use training for planning and zoning boards. It's gonna be at the local library in Albion. Tentative on August 16th, we're doing the hazardous household waste program again. That'll be up at the county garage. We were talking about the tires for municipalities, for all the towns and villages. The thought is that we'll probably, instead of having you guys all come out on Monday after, maybe come up Thursday or Friday prior. So this way we could try to get modern in there on Monday or Tuesday to get it all out of there, so it's not sitting there for a week or so. But that's just tentative. Craig will probably know more about it, but
I have participated in it, household hazardous waste. I'll tell you, it's a great program. I mean, being on a farm, you can imagine all the crazy stuff I had there personally. But the tires, that's a great program, quite frankly. And we do take tires here at the town of Murray as well. What a lot of people don't know is we take tires with the rims on as well, which some places won't take them with the rims on. But our guys will take the rims off and then they scrap them. So we will take tires.
So what happens to the tires that we take? Do they then go to the county?
you can send them to the county, and then I'm not sure how I think that all comes out of our grant to get rid of them.
Okay.
But that's, the tentative plan right now is possibly doing it the Thursday or Friday prior instead of the Monday or Tuesday after, just to make it easy for us. And then next week, after the legislature meeting, the AOM meeting, we're doing, the topic is gonna be reciprocation of information and between the county and the municipalities. Some stuff gets lost in translation, and some municipalities don't realize they have to get us some certain information. Katie Harvey from Personnel, Justin Niederhoff from EMO, and Kevin Neureiter from IT is gonna be there to kind of just give you some information on things to do. The easiest example is if the fire department in the community puts a couple people on, for example, in January. If the county doesn't get that information, and then June, July, they go up to the smokehouse, one of them ends up having a panic attack in the smokehouse, pulls their mask off, has to go into the hospital for smoke inhalation. If the county didn't know about it to put them on self-insurance, they're not covered. So just things like that. And I thought it would be a decent topic for municipalities. So anyone wants to come up?
That's the 27th, right? May?
I think it's Tuesday after, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'll be up at 10.
Yep, I know Elaine and I will be there, and I know that the last meeting you had, you encouraged board members to attend.
Yep.
From an informational standpoint, we want to get the message out, and the more people that are there, the better off we are.
Exactly. And the biggest thing is that it's not a transparency thing, it's an educational thing. You know, whatever the hot topic of the day is, we try to make that the topic for the meetings. It changes all the time, but I think another one that's gonna come up, Chuck Nesbitt called me today, as a matter of fact, the state in the budget process or some new mandate has something to do with lead in the water. And they've got some guidance on that's gonna be pretty expensive for municipalities.
Probably the new lead and copper rules and regulations, I would imagine.
Something like that, I guess, I don't know enough about it, we were just chit chatting, so I'm gonna try to get him on July or August. That's pretty much it. The only other thing is a question that hopefully the board can answer, or Dirk, if he comes in. It came up during committee meetings. On County Line, there's a culvert by Sandy Creek that's flooding out a lot or something. Katie wanted to know from Soil and Water if the town has or needs easements or can get easements or something. I don't know enough about it, so if Dirk could answer it or give her a call to see what the status is, what needs to be done, she's willing to work with it.
I've been to that
It might
spot
be-
with Dirk and looked at that location. It's,
And as long as you guys know about it, it's just something that came up, and I just wanted to bring it up in case.
it's a little tricky because it involves two towns, two different counties, because it's on County Line Road.
Yeah. She wasn't sure if it was a beaver dam or something either, so, you know, whatever it is, but they're trying to address it, and if Dirk needs any assistance or whatever, let us know.
I know he's been working with Katie on
Okay.
that directly,
enough.
so.
Bring it up, sure.
Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Anything for me?
I don't think so. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Public comments as it pertains to any of our resolution agenda items this evening. Going once? Going twice? Okay. We will move right on into new business. Resignation of Marcia DePhillips as town historian effective April 19th of 2025. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Murray hereby accepts the resignation of town historian Marcia DePhillips effective April 19th, 2025. Can I get a motion and a second on that? Motion by Mr. Christ, second by Mr. Valentine. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Just on a side note, Marcia's been our historian since Shep was a pup. I think it's 1979, if I'm correct. It's a long time. And, for personal reasons, she decided to resign, so we will be looking for a new town historian here, and we plan on making a judgment on that in the very near future. So, all of our best to Marcia. Second on new business is accepting the resignation of Diane Herzog as Code, Zoning, Planning, and Highway Water Clerk, part-time, effective tomorrow, May 21st, 2025. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Murray hereby accepts the resignation of Code, Zoning, Planning, and Highway Water Clerk, Diane Herzog, effective May 21st, 2025. Need a motion and a second for that.
I'll make a
By
motion
Mr. Christie, second by Elaine,
with regret.
with regret. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Yeah, on that note, we're gonna miss Diane, big time. Really, really miss her big time. Accepting the resignation of Art Nab from the Board of Assessment Review effective April 26th, 2025. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Murray hereby accepts the resignation of Board of Assessment Review member Arthur Nab effective April 26th, 2025. Can I get a motion and a second for that?
Make a motion.
Motion by Berg, second by Christ. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next, new business is a resolution for the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad New York Scenic Byway Nomination and Corridor Management Plan. Quite a mouthful.
Oh no.
I got it right here. They have mapped out the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad corridor, if you will, which goes right through our town. New York State would like all the towns to accept that, which is what we're here to do tonight. And they're going to have special signage, as I'm sure you've seen in other places of historic value. They'll have signs posted up here in our town. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of Murray supports a designation of the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad New York Scenic Byway, which includes programs for stewardship and enhancement of the historic scenic byway and guidance to manage future activities along its corridor. And be it further resolved that the town of Murray confirms that they will not approve any requests for new off-premise outdoor advertising signs along the designated Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad New York Scenic Byway route. And be it further resolved that the town of Murray will work in partnership with the other municipalities along the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad New York Scenic Byway and local and regional stakeholders in order to support future byway programs, economic development, marketing, and collaborate with these interested entities to explore opportunities for cooperation to realize the scenic byway goals. Can I get a motion and a second to approve that? Motion by Mr. Valentine, second by Mr. Christ. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We have 4 resolutions here tonight regarding our water program, and I just want to get a little bit of input from the board with respect to these 4 items. We've looked at them. I think there's some questions that we wanted to ask Dirk. I wish he was here, but he's not. Are we wanting to table these 4 items? Are there any of the items that are here on this agenda tonight that we're willing to pass?
I think we should table it for further discussion
Okay.
at this point in time.
And I wonder if, can we ask our accountant for a water report to see the profit or loss of the total water system? I think we need to know where we're at, and I've yet to see one since I've been on the board.
That's fine. I'm not sure if I need to make a motion to table that or not.
Yeah, just say you're gonna table it.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to table these 4 items. Upon further review, I'd like to talk to Dirk, I guess, really one on one with the board, just so that we're clear on all these items and that we're confident in what we're doing here. So I'm going to ask for a motion and a second to table these 4 items. Motion by Mr. Christ, second by Mr. Valentine. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next on new business is a resolution to formally accept that the town will assume responsibility for the culvert at 17101 Route 31, with the understanding that the homeowner/property owner is responsible for all associated costs. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Murray formally accepts that the town assumes responsibility for the culvert at 17101 Route 31, with the understanding that the homeowner, property owner is responsible for all associated costs. Can I get a motion and a second for that?
Make a motion.
Motion by Berg, second by Christ. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a resolution approving the execution of the agreement for expenditure of highway monies for the year 2025. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Murray authorizes the expenditure of highway monies totaling $504,368.22 for the year 2025 pursuant to section 284 of the highway law. We're going to need the board members to sign the agreement.
Two copies. Right there.
First of all, I guess I'll make a motion to accept. Motion by Mr. Christ, second by Mr. Valentine. I'm going to go ahead and sign this now.
You're passing 2 copies, right?
Yep. Okay, thank you. And last on new business is a resolution updating water rules and regulation fees to reflect fee amounts for damage to town-owned water equipment. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Murray approves the following updates to the water rules and regulations. Section 1-23, under replace current text with the following: damage to town-owned water equipment. the cost of any repair or replacement necessitated by damage which may have been sustained to the curb box, including the valve itself and any damage to the box, the water meter or water service line between the curb box and any other appliance of the town-owned equipment used in controlling and regulating the water supply, resulting from carelessness of the owner and/or tenant or third party, as well as any damage from neglect to properly secure and protect said equipment, shall be the sole responsibility of the home property owner. In section 1-25, replace current penalty amounts with the following. Civil penalties, meter replacement, $375 for first offense, $425 for second offense, $500 for third offense. Can I get a motion and a second to approve that? Motion by Mr. Christ, second by Berg. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Old business. Any old business that anybody would like to discuss?
Dirk's not here, but I wanted to ask him what the status of the parking lot is.
Actually, that's a good point. As you well know, we had ARPA money that we are going to be spending for a new parking lot. Part of that is going to be to square off the lot in front of our entrance door, do some concrete work in front of the building and also where the fuel tanks are here on the south side of the building. That should be happening here this summer. Rob Sweeting, to my knowledge, is going to be doing the work on that, and we're preparing to have that done this year. So hopefully we're not without a parking lot for too long, but I would imagine we'll be directing people to the back here to park in the interim.
Are they going to stripe the front parking lot?
I would love to stripe the front parking lot.
It's a little confusing for many people.
It's very, well, it's just not practical at all.
Yeah, it's pretty much kind of come in and park wherever you want type of situation. So yeah, the striping of the parking lot would be much beneficial to the,
I would say so.
yeah, absolutely.
Do you want a particular spot?
I do.
And also, wanting to know what the status of the Creek Road project is. I know that's been kind of blocked off for quite some time. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, just wanted to get some clarification as to what's going on in the Creek Road project. Any other old business? Any public comments by anybody regarding anything?
Yes, you mentioned there's a map for the Underground Railroad.
There's actually a website that I could give you a link to that shows the actual path of it. It actually starts down in the Hudson Valley area down south and climbs up, I believe, the Hudson River and cuts due west across
There it is.
all of New York State. Yep.
Where does it run through the town?
You can't have this, but you can look.
I'm going to run now.
I believe it's going to be running right down 31 if I'm not mistaken.
Well, wouldn't it be nice to put it on the website so everybody could see it?
Sure, once it's passed.
Okay.
And I have no problem putting it on our Facebook page either, just to let people know, but yeah, it hasn't been passed yet. They need all of the entities involved in this project to approve this, and they need it approved by next month, so that's why we're really talking about it tonight, so,
And the state's gonna put signs up at their expense? Well,
yeah.
we're paying for it. Yeah, one way or the other.
One way or another, it comes out of your pocket.
Any other public comments about anything? With that, I'd like a motion to pay bills and approve the supervisor's financial report.
Make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Valentine, motion by Mr. Christ. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And with that, I would like to ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Motion by Berg, second by Mr. Christ. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Lloyd,
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. Appreciate
just to
it.
be the first one to adjourn. Now, Elaine's beating you to it, so you better step up your game.
Something to take